This is a recording of the work area that I use, and you can see that I've tried to prolong the existence, the integrity of the cutting mat underneath on the surface of the desk. This is a relatively custom-made workstation. It's not just a normal desk. Perhaps someday I'll create a drawing of how this thing works. But it's essentially a desk with stuff on top of it you can't see. What I'm doing here is, or in this video, wanting to show you, or just capture for posterity, when you have multiple units, instead of just saying, okay, work on one regiment, or stand as the case may be, and then be done with it. You have multiple piles of like-shaped infantry or whatever. So I sort them. This is what I always do. Once they're painted, well, even before they're painted, sort them into their common shapes. We call them sculpts in this business. And the reason you do that is because when you put them on the stand, you want them to look uniform. The chaotic look to a line of infantry, cavalry, or whatever, I'm not a fan of. I like the classic painting imagery of men all in the same advancing pose or firing pose. The problem is that a lot of people or sculptors and injection molding providers, they have what's called dynamic poses. Dynamic poses are fine, but as I said, we like to have all the same. Like these are guys. These guys are fakes. Example. These guys are all. Well, you know what? I can never. It's because of the camera. There. And the reason we have bands is because of the fluorescent bulb, which I turn off and resort to my LED. Okay. So there's all the same shape. They're all firing guys. And they're all on one sprue, if you will. And this whole sprue gets put down on the stand. See, this is a base. This is a stand. That's the difference. Yes, and I'm using clear Lexan. So the idea here is that depending on how you make the arrangement, you put the front rank not toward the front of the stand, back away. Why? Because of your fingers. People's fingers will hit the front. And so by putting them like this, somewhat back from the stand, it protects them, especially if they have bayonets. Alright. So then what happens here is that these guys are applied at the end. Before that, the back rank is going to be filled up with all these little individual guys down here. So you see, there's individual guys. These are GHQ, which I will never buy again. But I bought them, I'm using them, and I'm selling the rest of them because they're way, way too skinny for 10mm. And besides, I'm printing much better figures than the company provides. However, there are other companies, right? Not just GHQ. But this is the 3D print, like the other one you saw of the firing guys. Here's the back. Okay, so you see it's more colorful. The Confederates are a little bit harder to do because they're more colorful. The Union guys, right? Blue and light blue. Right? There's nothing to them. And then if you want to show the details, just dry brush them. And if you want to paint the muskets, yeah, then just go ahead and paint the muskets. And, well, of course, I have to do the faces and the hands, because that is a noticeable difference. When you don't paint the faces and the hands, it looks just blank and not fun. Alright, so that's what this is about, and that gives you an idea of how it happens. So all this stuff, these are the flag holders that I've created, 3D printed. I'm now going to count them again for this situation here. Alright, so that's a firing rank. We'll leave that in the front, but the back rank is going to be some of these marching guys. Or advancing guys. So 2, 4, 6, 7, and then a flag holder. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, and then a flag holder. We'll put that one aside because it's not going to be completely counted. And these have to be painted as well. Some of these faces are not done yet. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7, and then a flag. That's another unit. 2, 4, 6, 7, and a flag. And then again 2, 4, 6, 7 with a flag. Two, 2, 4, 6, drummer, flag. I'm sorting the sculpts because there's a little bit, I don't quite have enough. Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 7, and a flag. Okay, so here's 2, 4, 6, 7, and a flag, and I'm going to put one more advancing guy. I'm going to cut this sprue. Actually, I don't know if I need to do that. I'll leave him. Then I'll take this guy away. Alright, so there's my, every rank is 8 men. And the ones that are printed, 3D printed, they can go to 9. Because basically they have to fit in this size shape, which is roughly 46 by 55, I think, millimeters. And then the same, of course, for all the Confederates. You can see here that we have the sculpts, the various shapes and so on. Okay, and they have to be... Ooh, I didn't finish painting this guy. Okay, so there we are, and we'll come back once we start basting him, and you'll see it transform from this mess of individual little soldiers to whole regiments. That's basically a division here. And I've already got 4 divisions, so yeah, it's been interesting.